The day before the election, I did a live video about Alex Jones, which isn't normally how I like to spend my morning, but I had to because he had on the leader of the domestic terrorist group, the Oath Keepers. And they were saying that in theory, they're gonna have people deployed around the country to do stuff if they need to. If there's problems at the polls and stuff like that, they've got people with guns that are gonna take care of it. They are desperate to begin massacring people. And it turns out that Donald Trump, having lost, is only making them more eager for the fight. So Alex Jones, who is continuing to have on a guy who is promising to commit terror attacks, and somehow that's okay, you can just do that, it's not a problem, the FBI doesn't seem to care. He had him on again, and here is what the leader of the Oath Keepers said.
I just see it happening, and we're there to support it. So what we're doing is we have men already stationed outside DC as a nuclear option. In case they attempt to remove the president illegally, we will step in and stop it. And we're going to be there to also help secure the coming rally this Saturday and your caravan coming in. So I've got good men on the ground already. Did a leaders recon there last week, and we're sorting out where we're going to be staging, and we'll be there. We'll be inside DC. We'll also be on the outside of DC armed, prepared to go in if the president calls us out.
Stuart, can you not feel history happening right now? I mean, it's happening right now.
It is, and we all need to realize that we're Americans. We're born in this country at this time for this purpose. We need to let go of the fear, you know?
Okay, so just really fast, let's notice that as they're talking about we're Americans, we're born in this country, need to let go of fear. Alex Jones is standing in front of a gigantic Statue of Liberty. Not a big fan of immigrants. Anyway, okay, so they've got people stationed, good men. Fact check, they're not good men, arguably not men, but they're certainly not good. And they're ready if this election is stolen from Donald Trump, which they define as him losing, they're ready to go in there. And he's previously, in his other appearances on the show, he's talked about how Democratic leaders are already terrorists because they're working with the enemy. So they're ready to take out the command and control of the enemy. So they're going to assassinate Democratic leadership. He has been openly saying this for literally weeks now, and he is continuing to. That's your Oath Keepers.
I just thought about this. He's got one eye but two glasses. I feel like you really missed a chance for a monocle here. So few people get to use monocles, but you don't.
Right. Thank
I feel
you,
like
Brad.
it's too many accessories. Like if you spent, I feel like they should get I wonder if those are both prescription. I'm just saying, get LASIK, man.
Okay.
Because you have the badass eye patch thing. I feel like you're missing a chance to be a badass. It reminds me of Zach Galifianakis' character, who's the pretentious illiterate, who's like, it's like I told you, I can't read. Like,
okay, that's good. Anyway, we have a group of white supremacists who are very well armed, who are saying that in theory they're ready to protect the caravan, which I don't think anyone in DC has any interest in interacting with. And by the way, if you don't know what they're talking about here, they're gonna have this caravan of InfoWars supporters. We're gonna hold an event on November 14th, so that's coming up this weekend. The InfoWars contingent is one of several far-right groups that say that they'll have a rally in the city to support Trump. They've been doing recon in DC. Again, remember, this isn't an actual war, this is a cosplay war. So I assume that means they drove around DC. It's just DC, like what are you doing recon on? But honestly, let's engage seriously with that thought. What would they be doing recon on? Obviously, they're not just like seeing the sites. They're not going to visit the Washington Memorial. So they are looking for things that might be a problem for them when they try to massacre people. And so to the police of DC, the Secret Service, anyone who's protecting the president, understand that they theoretically think that you might be part of a plot to take the presidency away from Donald Trump. So sure, he'd love to kill civilians and he'd love to kill Democrats, but if you get in the way, you're the people that he's talking about killing there. And again, they can just do this day after day. He is saying he's going to murder these people and that he has people on the ground ready to go to murder these people. And people are asking in the chat, are they gonna get in trouble? No, apparently they're not. Apparently you can just do this. You can just say, I'm gonna kill this person and this person, we're gonna wipe out these people, and it's totally fine. You can just do that.
Well, General Mark Milley came out and said, listen, everyone, I hate that I have to like read the tea leaves on what he's implying here, but that's how it used to be. And hopefully I can read it the way I used to read tea leaves. But he goes, we in the military do not swear an oath to a king or a country or a president. We swear an oath to the Constitution. So we're going to uphold that. And everyone thinks that that's a signal that, listen, no matter what happens, if we recognize what the result of the election is, Trump's going to be on his way out, and we're going to respect the constitutional process that ushers him out. And good luck to all these schmucks out there following One-Eyed Willie who are going to go in and try to fight against the military. Not to mention like the 90% of people in DC who voted for Biden. But
I think it was 95.
95% who voted for Biden in our 51st state.
Yeah, so look, here, what I'm worried about is them, a couple of their unhinged, out of their mind followers killing some civilians, trying to assassinate a politician. That's what I'm worried about. In theory, though, what he should be worried about is that if they ever do any of this, literally every single one of them is going to be killed. I'm sure you think you're really badass with your gun or whatever. They're gonna wipe you out so easily, you goddamn moron. Cosplay's fun. Reality, not so much. I might wear a sword and pretend to be an elf. I'm not actually gonna try to fight the Balrog. That wouldn't go well for me. And that's what they seem desperate to be murdered by the FBI, the Secret Service, the National Guard, and all of that. But anyway, and also, you know what? This is one of the reasons why I am so done with Joe Rogan. I know that he's really popular or whatever. He keeps having Alex Jones on. Alex Jones's platform is where he brings on people who are about to commit massacres and terror attacks and just talks about how it's so historic. Don't you love being part of history? And he's done that for weeks now. And then Joe Rogan will have him back on, they'll have a fun chat, maybe they'll smoke weed or something. That's cool. For more political news breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.